Hi everyone. Today we have a scary story about Kong and Skar King, so please watch the story until the end because terrible things are going to happen in the new empire that will lead to the destruction of one of them. They said Skull Island was a myth, a fever dream of sailors lost to the tempest, but it was real. It was a scar upon the face of the earth, a jagged green-toothed bird in defiance of the endless ocean, and at its heart was a darkness, a primordial evil that stirred in the ancient, echoing caves. Kong was its king, a titan of flesh and fury, his roars echoing like thunder across the island's verdant expanse. But even Kong was a prisoner, bound by an unseen force, a malevolent entity that dwelled in the subterranean labyrinth beneath the island's roots. It was a being of shadow and bone, a creature so ancient its name had been lost to time. They called it Skar King. Skar King was not born, it was forged in the crucible of the earth creation. Its form was a grotesque mockery of life, a skeletal behemoth with eyes that burned with an unnatural icy blue. It was a predator of unimaginable power, a creature that fed on fear, its hunger insatiable. Kong, in his monstrous wisdom, knew the horror that lurked below. He was its guardian, its jailer, but also its unwilling servant. For the Skar King had a terrible power, it could control the minds of beasts, twisting their loyalties, turning friend into foe. And so Kong was forced to keep his subject in check, to quell the uprising that would inevitably come when the Skar King's influence grew too strong. Yet, even Kong's might was waning. The Skar King was growing stronger, its influence spreading like a malignant tumor through the heart of the island. Strange occurrences began to plague the jungle. Creatures once peaceful turned savage, attacking their own kind with a feral intensity. The air grew thick with an unseen dread, a palpable sense of impending doom. Then came the night of the red moon. A crimson orb hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the island. As the moon reached its zenith, the earth trembled. From the depth, a guttural roar echoed, a sound so primal it shook the very foundations of the island. The Skar King was rising. Kong knew what was coming. He stood at the precipice of the central crater, his massive form silhouetted against the blood-red sky. Below, a yawning chasm opened, its depth filled with an otherworldly darkness. And from that darkness, it emerged. Skar King was larger than any creature the world had ever seen. Its skeletal form was covered in a sickly, translucent flesh that pulsed with an unnatural light. Its eyes were twin beacons of malice, and its jaws were a cavern of razor-sharp teeth. The battle that ensued was a cataclysm. The earth shook, trees were uprooted, and the sky was filled with the deafening clash of titans. Kong fought with the ferocity born of desperation, but the Skar King was relentless. Every blow Kong landed seemed to only enrage his enemy further. As dawn broke, the two titans stood locked in a final, desperate struggle. The island was a wasteland, scarred by their battle. The air was thick with the stench of death and decay. With the final, earth-shattering roar, Kong delivered a blow that sent the Skar King crashing back into the chasm. But as the monster disappeared from sight, a cold dread seized Kong's heart. He knew it was not over. The Skar King would return, and when it did, the world would tremble. As the sun rose, casting its first rays of hope over the devastated island, Kong stood alone. The king of Skull Island, guardian of a terrible secret, condemned to an eternal vigil against the darkness that threatened to consume the world. Thanks to the friends who watched the story until the end and spent their time on it. So if you enjoyed today's terrible video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and write your comments. And I leave it to the great God until Monday.